Hello, Randy Rain here, and I've got a Robot Charly, or a Real 45, or a CHY 608. I don't know. This is
Robot Garage.
So I got this robot a long time ago on eBay, and it doesn't have a remote. And come to find out, it's from Italy. And if you go on eBay in Italy, you can find the robot, but you can't find just a remote. I don't see a remote showing up for this thing. So I've decided I'm going to refurbish it, and I'm just going to make my own remote. And I'm hoping some way I can figure out a way to make it so I can switch it back if I was to ever find a remote, which I doubt I will. But let me get started. So this robot has a bigger brother that does more things. That's why there's a missing switch here. The bigger brother has a little switch for different functions, and that's what this spot here is for, is it requires another battery. This one doesn't need it, so they just left it out. This is the power switch here. This thing is annoying. It rattles. But this is the power switch right here. When I turn it on, I can hear that little bleep sound. The Robot Hut did a video on this one, on a working one, so I know how it's supposed to work, and that's a good sign. It could be just the motors all gummed up. So positive is coming in here and going to that transistor. So that means it's a PNP transistor. Well, that's going to take some studying. Hopefully I can figure out what's triggering everything and just tap into it. But let's look in this thing. Like the capacitor and coils here. Okay, that just pulled that out. Get me a whole hell of a lot. I guess it's all these tabs. I'm just seeing gears. Oh, that's pretty interesting, yeah. It's going to turn that way. It's going to want to push it that way. Then when it goes that way, it's going to want to push it that way. Well, that's simple enough, huh? Got a metal gear on this thing. Wow, nice metal gear there. It's a plastic gear. Looks okay. Seem to be working. That's pretty fancy. So, oh yeah, that motor is gummed up. That's why it wouldn't turn on. And I've never seen a motor like this before, with these weird tabs and stuff. I wouldn't know which ones to take off. My goodness. Don't know what's stopping it. It's clearly out of the way. Ah, it's soldered right there. I think I'm just gonna go with this. Put that in there. Put some right there. Put some in that hole. Alright, put batteries back in it. See what happens. Oh, it didn't. Oh, it's not plugged in. Now you gotta plug this part in. Motor on. Let's find out. There we go. That sound is interference in it trying to turn the other direction. I can feel it here, and that little blipping is the sound activating. So it went back like that. Okay, this wasn't that hard actually. I knew these transistors were turning on the motor, and so I just followed it back to this transistor. This transistor is turning on the main thing, and it is a PNP transistor. So a negative onto the base, which is this resistor right here protecting it, that turns on the whole thing. So if I connect this to negative, turn it on. I need to tap in right there. Now I have a little remote control circuit. It's just a one channel. It's going to be on or off, and it has a relay switch on it. Now luckily enough, on the relay switch, one side is always positive, and then when you turn it on remotely, the other side goes negative. So I have an output of negative. So I'm taking the relay off of it. I don't even need the relay. Not a fan of relays anyway. And then the spot that's going negative when it's turned on, I'm just going to bridge it over to one of these outputs. Okay, I need the negative on this side of the switch. Now I lost the single channel switch for this thing, but I had an extra 4-channel switch. I'm just going with the one up here. Let's give it a shot. That's a negatory. Alright, what the hell's going on now? Do I have that right? I don't have that right. What the fuck? Get this right. It goes right here. How the hell I missed that? I don't know. So, here we go. That works. Just put a little tape on this. Pull that antenna out. Just keep it from shorting anything. Okay, I just noticed this. This is all broken. It's one of the arms. Okay. They weren't messing around with that screw. X. That's what was rattling around. Is it? Okay, that's a good sign. Alright, it seems to be ABS. So I'm going to try to use printer filament here. And just rebuild this up. If I can. There we go. This one's rattling too. I think that's just a piece from the other one, actually. Yep, somehow a piece from the other one fell over into here. It is opened. Okay, so that one's fine. There. Alright, here's what I've 3D printed out for my remote control. I did pretty good. Except I forgot to accommodate for that little IC right there. And I'm not printing out another one. Thanks. Well, that grabbed a hold. There. Perfect chunk. Everything's just working out perfect. Even my mistakes. Everything's coming up Millhouse. That's going to go there. And then I'm going to lock that, and then that'd be it. Alright, now I'm going to use this plastic weld. This actually works pretty good. I like it. I think it bonds more. All these different layers. Really melts the layers together. Now I'm just going to give it a quick paint job, and then it'll be ready to put together. So there, it's painted. I even just did a Sharpie marker on the inside, and that's because it's just blazing hot outside. Wasn't setting up a camera to show you painting. Now, I had to put that in there because I forgot, but there's these two holes. Well, I nailed those. And the button sits here, and we'll just pivot. And it can only hit that one. It floats above the other one. So only that one button gets hit. This gets on. There's my remote. So there you have it, a working Robot Charly. At least that's what I'm calling it. I like that name, Robot Charly. Anyway, it works. Has these horrible plastic wheels on there, but it still kind of works. I'm not going to replace those. Anyway, here it goes. So if you enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, of course, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank these people. These are the patrons. These are people bringing you Robot Charly. Without these people, there wouldn't be no Robot Charly for me to bring you. So I thank them oh so very much. If you'd like to become a patron, of course, there are links and all that stuff, so you can go check that out. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was...
Robot Garage.